Hey everyone, Mr. Malocchio back here with a short video here today. Stopped by Game Cycle there last week and found some pretty good buys for some reasonable prices. Wanted to share them with you. So first one up here is yet another spaghetti western compilation. I have so many of these I don't even know which movies I have anymore, but I couldn't pass this one up because it was a 5 for $10 purchase. So this one is the 10,000 Ways to Die Spaghetti Western collection, and of course there's Lee Van Cleef on the cover. Again, it's got a whole bunch of them on here. I don't even know which ones I have anymore, but at that price I'm sure there's one or two flicks that I would need, so I picked it up for my collection. Next one up is a Larry Cohen flick that I've never seen, called, ironically, Pick Me Up. So I did, especially for the $2. This is part of the Masters of Horror collection, and I'm slowly amassing these like a lot of us collectors are, and looking forward to watching this. Cohen's always had some interesting flicks. It's Alive, Cue the Winged Serpent, God Told Me To, The Stuff, and he's kind of a favorite of mine. Next up we have Mother of Tears, the Digital Extreme edition here, the Argento, the third in the trilogy. Heard some not good things about this, and be honest with you, I could even have a copy elsewhere in my collection, but again, this was one of the ones in the 5 that I found for $10, and I figured why not. This one is a complete bargain basement pickup here, but I couldn't resist the George Hamilton, Luciana Paluzzi flick called Medusa, which ironically, if you see here, has a snake on the cover. However, when you turn it over, the Medusa flick is actually about a masked maniac with suspicion falling on a drunken American playboy and a murderous gangster. So you think, it's Medusa, they got a snake, but there's no snakes. Well, you snakes you want, snakes you get. This here mystery thriller with the French title Fer de Lance is with David Janssen in it, and look what we have here. It's a disabled submarine and its crew are trapped at the bottom of the sea with a vessel full of poisonous snakes. So basically, this should be called Snakes on a Sub, basically this one here. So I'm not expecting much from either one of these, except some sort of 70s fun times, full frame transfers. But for, again, $2 for a buck a flick, I took a chance on it. Rounding out, because I was having trouble finding a fifth flick, is Medicine Man. John McTiernan film with Sean Connery, of course. I don't really, I remember seeing this. We rented pretty much every video that came through back in the day. I haven't seen this one in a long time, and I'm hoping it's kind of surprises me. The 80s are somewhat hit or miss, and this one I don't really know what to expect. Flick that I finally picked up. I'd hemmed and hawed on this before just because it's such a public domain release, but this is a 70s Italian version of Zorro, starring Alain Delon, that I've never seen, and I'm a big fan of Zorro. Most certainly the Tyrone Power 1940 or 1941 version is easily one of the best movies, period, that I've ever seen. It's about an hour, right, Sugar? That's Mr. Malocchio's cat getting in the picture tonight. One of the best Zorro ones I've ever seen is the original Tyrone Power. I encourage all movie fans to pick up and watch that movie. You would not believe how tight the writing is, how great the action sequences are. It's a near perfect flick, and really turned me on to Zorro, who I'd always had an affinity for, but as far as the film versions, that one is the best. This one I don't expect to be near as good, but given that it's a somewhat modern interpretation as far as the 70s, which preceded, of course, the Antonio Banderas double shot in Hollywood, which were enjoyable as well. But we'll see what this Alain Delon has in store. A couple more left. Picked up Charles Bronson, Messenger of Death. It's really strange when you start looking at Charles Bronson, he made a lot of movies. I don't know if you realize that. Haven't seen this one. Anxious to see it. Simply because I find the lesser-known Charles Bronson ones to actually be quite entertaining. We grew up, and at least I grew up, and it was kind of, he was the Death Wish guy. And when you really investigate his career, not only did he have obviously a huge Western catalog, but he also did a lot of vigilante films in and around the same time as Death Wish. So pretty much playing the same character, but we'll see what happens in Messenger of Death. Somehow I think he's going to shoot some bad guys. Last but not least, I couldn't turn this one down. This is Septic Man. There's a new cult hero in town, Septic Man. It's one crappy Joe. It's about a guy that goes down into the sewers to clean something up and basically gets trapped down there. That was a Freudian slip. And becomes some sort of hero called Septic Man. So, I'm not expecting, again, great things, but maybe worth a couple of laughs. And we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's my latest pickups. Hope you dig them. And if you know anything about these flicks, either way, give me a shout and let me know. Hopefully you like Mr. Malocchio's videos. I'm going to be trying to post more often. I say that all the time, and interacting with anyone, but it all starts if you can leave a comment and subscribe there, and we can get talking about these movies. So this is Mr. Malocchio signing off for now. Thanks for watching.